Hi everybody, it's Jewel here. Finally time for one more video. I know it's been a long time, but today I thought I would do this one for you. It's an Inukshuk, and I had a friend who had a really nice photo when she was on vacation, and so she took a photo and I got permission to make it into a painting. This is somewhere in Alberta, I think Lake Athabasca. So it's going to be pretty simple. This one is on Yupo paper, but I'm going to do it on tile, which is my preferred substrate. So just going to put that aside, put on my gloves, and we'll get started. So I'm going to start with the sky, and then we'll go to the, okay, so we're going to start with the sky, then we'll go to the background mountain, then a little bit of the closer up forest, water here. Then we'll do that part, and then maybe add a little bit of trees and some extra rocks. Okay, so for my sky, I'm going to just use 3 colors. And this tile is about a 4 by 7 inch, kind of an odd size. I got it at the Habitat for Humanity store. So just sprinkling on some of this color, that's aqua. This one is pink sherbet, a little bit of that, and then my denim, which is my favorite blue. Yeah, what I'm going to do is just run some pouring medium across the picture. Tip it and turn it. Now that's really dark. I don't think I want it quite that dark, so I'm going to add a little more aqua. And I can use my finger to pull it across. And then the can of air, just gently. I don't want to blow too hard with this, or it's going to send ink all over the place. Gentle waves across, and if you blow this way, you're going to blow fingers going upwards. So face your tile. I always tell all my students, face your tile and go just across in waves like that. So I'm pretty happy with that. Now next I'm going to get some mountains in there, and you could wipe away with a Q-tip, clear a spot there, but I'm just going to use a little liner brush here and bring that across. Maybe lighten it up a little bit with some blender. Use my finger. Yep. Blow it gently with a bit of air. Now you see I've splattered a little spot of alcohol here, but I'm not worried about it because my Inukshuk's going to be right there, so that's not a problem. And I think I'm going to take a little bit of alcohol on a Q-tip and just lighten up the top there. Get a little bit of snow on the top of my mountain. There we go. Doesn't have to be too much. There. Okay, and the next part will be some forest. Trees across the water. So I just use a cat food lid here for my tray. I really like it because it's clear. And I guess I can use that to paint some in here. So I'm just going to make the shoreline across the water there. And I'll just pull in some trees. Just little strokes going upwards. Doesn't have to be too detailed because it's pretty far away. Oops. So that color was Meadow. Can use all kinds of different colors. Let's see here. Maybe I'll add a little bit of Pebble. Mix it in on my tray. Get some different shades in there. Yeah, that makes it a little bit darker. It slides around a lot easier on tile than Yupo paper, so you really gotta be careful not to use too much because it can really bloom out. Build it up a little bit on this side. No details, just little strokes. Okay, I think I'm happy with that. Now, this part down here will be a bit of a lake or ocean or whatever, reflecting the sky. So I could wipe that off if I wanted just land down here, but I think I'll use that to make some water. So the next step will be Inukshuk. So I've got a few colors here. I've got caramel and mushroom. Oops, I'm right there. Caramel, mushroom, rust, latte, and maybe some slate. So for the most part, I'm going to be using these dental micro brushes for painting in this part. So this is my favorite shape. It's a cylindrical one. It's got a long tip, and I could have been using that for the trees as well here. It's a really nice one, but you get them online. You can look up dental micro brushes or micro applicators on eBay or Amazon, and you get them in packs of 100, or you can get 4 tips in a pack of 400, and they're pretty cheap. I've not been able to find them in a store anywhere, so got to get them online. Okay, so I'm going to start with my top stone and then work my way down. So we've got a single one, single flat one, then 2, one more, 2 or 3 here, 3 on each side, and then bigger one here and a whole bunch of small ones. Okay, I'm starting with mushroom. Just tap some onto my micro brush there, and I used to find it really difficult to do rocks, but the more I do it, the easier it gets. So don't be afraid, just dive right in. The trick is not to have too much on your brush because it will spread, but just getting in the basic shapes right now, and then I'll go back in and get some definition, some shadowing. There's the first one. Maybe I'll add a little bit of rusty color for the next 2. One there, one over here, a little slate. If it's going to take off on you, just get in there and blow on it. Okay, there's 3. Now we'll go to the 4th one. I'm using caramel for this one. And that one also goes across. And it'll pick up some of that sky blue color in there, but that's okay. Give it a nice different tone. touching up these other ones as I go. And then a couple more. This is where I get to cover up that little spot from the splatter. Let's see, maybe a little more slate here. And you can let them just blend together on your palette. And you'll get new colors that you didn't even put in there. Okay, now we're down to 3 on each side here. One over here. Add a little more mushroom to the mix. And now we're ready for that great big one. So I'll just bring it right across the bottom here. There we go. Maybe I'll bring back in a little bit of latte here. Now it's always important to maybe get some highlights, and that would be wherever side your light source is on, but it's kind of a gray day in this picture. There's not really a bright part of the sky. I guess it's overcast. So I'm going to maybe just fill it in a little darker on this side. And let's see, need some caramel, and some pebble. And this one will be darker along the bottom. And this one here as well. A little bit up here. And pretty soon they start to look like natural rocks. Oh, that one turned into a ball, so get that one back to a better rock shape. Okay, work over there maybe. Oops, now these two kind of blended together. I want to make sure they're nice and dark underneath here. There. Okay, now I think I'm just going to fill in a bunch of rocks down here. So I could just drop them right on. Drop a few here and there, and just same thing using this same brush to spread them around. Get some mushroom going. It's quite a bit of space to fill in there, so. I'll just get a kind of a foundation, some colors in there, and then I'll get some individual rocks going. Just got to be careful again, don't put too much because it spreads like crazy on this smooth tile. I really want to keep this one standing out though, so I'm going to get that one quite a bit lighter. I can use my brush too. Use this liner brush to paint in a few. Whoops, it's got green on it. Oh, that's okay. There we go. So most of that's all filled in. I'm going to put a few, like I have on here, I've got some little Inukshuks in the distance there against the water. So I'm going to put a couple of those in. I think I better go back to my little micro brushes here, just so they don't get too big on me. One there, maybe another one over here. This one's just a stack. And just drop in a few smaller rocks here and there. I don't want my phone to go and stop on me before I get the painting done, so I'm not going to spend a lot of time on detail here. Okay, I'm looking at my other one here, and I think I like how this one is quite a bit longer. This one isn't so much, so I'm just going to extend that a little bit. And that's not hard to do. As soon as you add more ink, it breaks up what you have there. There. I think that looks better. And maybe I'll bring this one out a bit too. There, looks like rocks to me. Still want this one to stand out more, so. There we go. Color in some of those little white spots there. Okay, so I'm going to bring some trees in on this side. And maybe I can put a little bit of this same raw color down along the bottom of the lake here, the bottom of the shore across there. Just to indicate a bit of a beach or something happening across there. Lots more rocks. And I've got to fill in this part here too. I think I'll do that with green. Find my green. A little green and brown mixed together there. Okay, so it's just going to be some trees sticking up because we're close to the edge of the forest there. Now, I'm just going to do it this way. Draw my tree trunks in first. Okay, a little more green. Nothing too detailed, just a little bit of trunks and a little bit of branches coming out. Okay. I'm going to give that a little dry with the air. And I'm going to take my Micron art pen here. Taking my gloves off too, I don't need those anymore. So I'm just going to do a little bit of highlighting in here. Just detailing a little bit of my trees, my branches. Okay, and yeah, I'm happy with that. Maybe I'll add a couple little birds over here. So just one there, they're just like an open V. And one up here. And I see I've got kind of an open spot of, can't tell if it's land or sky or lake or what's in there, so I'm just going to fill that in with a little more green. See, that line's kind of distracting. See if I can get it out of there. There, that looks better. Not too late to get a little more detail in my trees over here. There, that's a bit of a different shade of green. I like that one. Okay, I think we're done. I'm just going to put my signature on there. I'm going to get my pen to work. There we go. And that's all there is to it. If you have any questions, just leave a comment and I'll try to get back to you as quick as I can. All done. Have a good one.